Okay, so right now I have just spent the last, say, like an hour building a new bookshelf, which the phone is currently on, so I can't show it yet. I just went through like one whole tote that was my Bible studies, my Christian books, Catholic faith books, and those are already on the bookshelf. I still have 3 tiers worth to fill, so I figured I would bring it along. Well, I went through what books I still have, and if I'm going to decide to keep them, donate them, and if I have good reasons why, good reasons. Some of them might just be that I have too many books and I need to get better about not like hoarding books. We're also drinking water because I was in the ER last night and they couldn't get any fluid in me because my veins were so constricted because I was dehydrated. Apparently drinking coffee does not count. So I'm trying to drink water so that I don't have to deal with that, because even a vascular nurse used the ultrasound machine. We needed 2 tries before my veins would cooperate. So water break. I'm also recovering from bronchitis and a severe sinus infection. So I'm short of breath, might be a little wheezy. Promise I'm still alive. And I've been teaching all day. So it's been a long day. It's been a long week. And for some reason, taking care of the clutter helps me just center and zen myself. Okay. So the first couple of books that I'm just donating is Soul Keeping by John Ortberg. I got it in my faith box. I heard it was good. It's just not something that's talking to me right now. So I figured that somebody else could do a lot better. I think I'm going to post these on my local community page. I would typically give things to Goodwill, but with books, I feel like sometimes the books can be overpriced. And with things like faith books or self-help books, I feel like you shouldn't pay for that because you need it for a reason. Then we have Just Do, stories about discovering purpose, getting perspective, and being present by Brandon Jones with a foreword by Jeremy Camp. Again, this was another faith box book that I just have had for like 2 or 3 years now, and I've never read it. So I figured it's time for it to find its home. We have Breaking Free from Body Shame, Dare to Reclaim What God Has Named Good by Jess Connolly. Again, faith box book. Love my faith box. Really probably should re-up that subscription. I stopped for a little bit because I was just getting so many books that I wasn't reading, and I was spending a lot of money. So I decided at the time I would take a break. Probably should give them another try. It's just not something, I think breaking free from body shame is super important. It's not something I need right now in my life. And then we have Life Lessons, Kevin Hart. I Can't Make This Up. This was a book club book that I never read. I do think he's funny. I am a Kevin Hart fan, and I think his story is good. I just, right now, I'm trying to be more conscious of what material I'm taking in that I have control over, and it like kind of pains me to donate this one because I really would love to read it. I just am not in a place where I think this would be appropriate for me right now. And if you don't agree, like, totally cool. And again, no shade to Kevin Hart. I think he's hilarious. I'm just trying to be more intentional. Then I have Captivating by John and Stassi Eldridge, Unveiling the Mystery of a Woman's Soul. This is again a faith box. It says, sometimes between dreams of your youth and yesterday, something precious has been lost, and that treasures your heart, your priceless feminine heart. I feel like I should keep this one because it says that it's for women by discovering the glorious design of women that God originally intended, revealing how Jesus restores the feminine heart, enabling readers to heal the trauma in their story, and casting a vision for the inherent power, freedom, and beauty that a woman possesses. I feel like I'm going to keep this one right now because it's resonating with me for who knows what reason. We're going to go with it. And then we have Jesus, Love, and Tacos by Carrie Stevens. Again, it was a faith, I think this was a faith book, a faith box book. It's sounds like it would be good and funny. It's just not. And I love tacos. I love Jesus. I just don't think like I have so much space. So we're gonna pass that on. Then we have Forever Interrupted, a novel Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is one that I did read that I loved. It was amazing. I highly, highly would recommend this. I'm going to pass it on just so someone else gets a chance to add it to their loved section. The Bookwoman's Daughter by Kim Michelle Richardson. If you have not read her book, The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek, that's like kind of the first, this is the second. Again, it's one of those ones that I recommend to every single person I talk to that has an interest in books because it is so incredibly well written, and it's about the famed blue skin people of Appalachia. And it's just really interesting. And if you look into the story of the people who had the blue skin and what life was like for them and why their skin had a blue tint, it kind of ties in science and biology. Words are hard for me tonight because of this whole week. But I'm going to pass this on because I love this book and I feel like everyone else should get a chance to. Next up, we have The Story of the Final Year of the American Civil War, Hymns of the Republic by S.C. Gwynn. This one I'm keeping because it was on my TBR list for a very long time. I am a huge fan of historical fiction and historical books in general, so this one we will be keeping to add to the list. My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Blackman. And this is also by the author of A Man Called Ov. I've heard amazing things about this. It was given to me by a friend who thought that I would really enjoy it. So we're going to keep it because I think this would be a good read. And we got to take a water break. Okay. I have a lot more books than I thought I did. We have 2 books from Blood and Ash. Oh my god, this book is heavy. By Jennifer L. Armentrout. And then we have Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by the same author. I think they might be book 1 and 2 of the series. Anthony's sister gave me these for Christmas because she thought I would enjoy them. Definitely going to keep them so I can read them. And it was our second Christmas exchanging gifts, but our first Christmas together in person. So it's one of those things. I'm a very sentimental person. I'll probably keep that forever. And then we have Too Late by Colleen Hoover. It's a psychological suspense novel of obsession and dangerous love. Now, I really like some of Colleen Hoover's books. This is, again, one of those that I think I got because I was in a place where I wanted to read more books like this. But right now, with setting my intentions different, I think it's one that I'm going to pass on for right now. Again, I loved Verity. It's a great book, but that's not the topic that I'm wanting to get into at this moment. And then we have Reckoning, an FBI thriller by Catherine Coulter. I think this was, again, I have a thing, especially if books are free, I think that it's something I want. And this looks like a really good book. It's not, telling me it needs to go on my shelf. And if I'm making a bad mistake with any of these, let me know. If you think that these are your, books you need to read before you go wherever you go, then definitely let me know. Then we have An American Plague, the true and terrifying story of the yellow fever epidemic of 1793. Again, because of history, and I've always been interested in diseases, immune system, probably because my immune system stinks. I'm definitely going to keep this. It has been on my list for a while, and I want to make sure I get that right. We have The Attic Child, two children separated by almost a century, bound by a secret. This was one that was on, I think, a TikTok, a book talk creator, and this was like one that they really recommended. So I am going to keep this and see how it goes. Next, we have A Secret History of Witches, a novel by Louisa Morgan. It's one of those that I know it's highly recommended, and I've gotten rid of it before, got another copy, but it's just not where I'm at right now. So I'm going to, again, put it in my box. We have Mistress of the Art of Death by Ariana Franklin. It looks good. I'm just not sure if I want to add it to my bookshelf right now, so I'm gonna donate it. And then we have Sandra Brown, Thick as Thieves. This was, again, yeah, some of these were definitely from a free shelf, I think, at one of my jobs. I don't think I'm interested in it, really. Which tells me that I need to get over. I seem to think that if things are free and available, I should take them home. I am not a minimalist. Anthony is. So I'm trying to get better about it. Trying. As you can see, still work in progress. Everything Sad is Untrue, a true story, Daniel Nairi. I am definitely keeping this. I'm almost halfway through it. It is a book that was part of a book club that a dear friend who I love, Miss Becky at the Root Cellar, was doing with her students. And it's one that I haven't finished, but I highly recommend it to anyone, especially if you work with an immigrant population. It helps you see what you're going through. I teach 6th grade, and 80 or 90% of my class are part of an immigrant family, and so this really helps give you kind of insight on a certain portion of that. The next couple of books are a definite keep. No confusion about that. It is by Linda H. Hubelik. So sorry if I'm pronouncing people's names wrong. It's kind of like 2 series, I think. There's Butter in the Well, which is a historical diary. It also has, I think, I have a cookbook of that has the recipes. I have Cultivating Hope, Homesteading on the Great Plains, Planting Dreams, Swedish Immigrants' Journey to America, Harvesting Faith, Life on the Changing Prairie, Looking Back, The Final Tale of Life on the Prairie. I read the first one, which I think is just called Butter in the Well. A Gravy is the cookbook that I have. And it was about a Swedish immigrant family, and they were also Lutheran. So that was really cool to me. So we're going to keep it because I want to finish reading through the series. And my leg is falling asleep. Okay. Really need to get like comfier things for the floor. Gonna cancel that one out.